This is a little bit awkward. It's been a while since I have spoken to a camera like this. But yeah, I'm back. Woo! Last year, at the beginning of the year, I started out and I was like, I want to make a video each week to like document the week, like a video diary kind of vibes. Basically to look back and remember all the small bits you would have forgotten otherwise. It's a sweet idea. However, once I started working in my job in Greece, things got a bit chaotic. She got crazy, you know, life took over a little bit. I wasn't, first of all, recording as much because I was meeting lots of new people. I was trying to just be in the moment and like I didn't want to be like in your face, so I wasn't getting as much stuff, and also then I wasn't keeping on top of like editing and posting because I just did not have the time. And then I was really stressing myself out because I was like, well, I want to do one a week and I'm not doing one a week, so I might as well stop. Kind of the mindset that I was having, which I mean I get it because my goal was to do one a week, but I feel like that was a very all or nothing mindset. I could have done a couple weeks at a time, but hey, it's just the way it happened. I also at the time had like, I watched a video about how our generation is like obsessed with documenting everything and spends more energy and time on documenting this stuff rather than living the things that you're documenting, if that makes sense. So I was just like, oh god, am I doing that? And I kind of just, a lot of things accumulated to me just being like, just not doing it anymore. I miss creating, and I feel like I'm always someone who has to have like a creative output some way, and I really miss like making the videos and editing them, and like just I enjoyed it, but I just, the way I was doing it wasn't sustainable for me. But I've decided I'm going to come back and I'm just going to record whenever inspiration strikes and post, and not put pressure on myself to do it like weekly or bi-weekly or however many times I want to do it. If I record stuff, edit it and post it, then I do it because I want to and because I wanted to speak about something or because I wanted to show something. And if I don't, I don't. So yeah, that's why I decided to come back, because I did miss it. I just want to do it this time with not as much pressure on myself, because like literally there's no one putting pressure on me except for me. Like there wasn't people hounding at my door, we want a new video, we want a new video. No, it was just me. I do miss just speaking. I speak out loud anyway, see that's the thing. I'm an only child and I grew up an only child, and I'm very used to having conversations with myself. I think that's okay to say. Full on just have discussions with myself. But like I don't have like a response, it's just me speaking out loud, like now. It's not like me like responding to myself. That will be a problem, I think. What's to say? So, you know, I went to Greece last year. I worked in Greece. I had a great time. I actually got a tan, and I am someone who does not tan. I have really pale skin. Even now I still feel like I have undertones. Like I have no fake tan on. I feel like I have undertones. That tan has like given me like a base layer. Like she's gone from having like blue skin underneath, like base layer, to kind of like just like a neutral, which is unheard of for me. But yeah, I tan quite well because I was working in the sun the whole time. I'm excited to get that again this year because I am doing the same job that I did in Greece, but I'm going to be doing it in Cyprus this year. And it's apparently even warmer in Cyprus. I mean, the heat, I obviously dealt with it because that's what you gotta do. I am a little bit worried because it's hotter in Cyprus, but I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll acclimatise because I'll be out there from like March, so I'll be fine. Great time in Greece. Met lots of lovely people. Also met my boyfriend. Yeah, I have a boyfriend and his name's Jamie, and yeah, I met him in Greece, and we're gonna be going to Cyprus together as well. He visited Ireland a couple weeks ago for the first time, and that was really fun as well. Love you, Jamie. Anyway, so that was Greece, and that finished up, and then I went to Lapland, and I worked in Lapland, like Finland, for Christmas as an elf. I really enjoyed it again. I had a great time. It was a lot of a shorter one. It was only like 6 weeks, I think. But live in a cabin in the woods, surrounded by trees, covered in snow, and we didn't have keys because it was a pin code that you put in on the door. I had a great time. It was really fun. Again, like as in incredible experiences that like, who knew that this was coming for me, you know? Like who knew that I would get a chance to work with Santa every day or every couple of days, depending on my schedule, you know? Yeah, so I was in Lapland until the beginning of January, and then like I said, Jamie came to Ireland, and then yeah, I've just been home for a couple of weeks, just chilling. I was in London for a bit, back and forth, you know, the way it is, and then I'm going to be going to London in the next couple of weeks, get my headshots redone. It's been almost 2 years since I got my first set of headshots and I was graduating, which is really weird. I feel like my style, I didn't really know what my style was, I didn't really know what I wanted, so I kind of just took other people's opinions, which is totally fine because I needed to get them done. I didn't know what I wanted, but now I know what I want. I think general idea of the vibe I'm going for. I feel like I know myself a bit better, you know, so I'm hoping my new headshots will reflect that a little bit. So I'm really excited for that. That's coming in a couple of weeks, so I might, if I'm feeling it, do a little vlog. If not, then I won't. And then I'm going off again. I'll be going to Turkey and I'll be going to Cyprus this year. I am really super excited. I honestly, this summer, I see it for me. This is the summer of soaking up the rays, because another thing that happened at the end of Greece that I was not anticipating was I was like craving the sun. I'd work in the morning or afternoon, have a couple hours off, and then work in the evening. So those couple of hours originally, I'd be like, because I was outside in the morning / afternoon, I'd be coming inside, being like, get me in the aircon and get me in the cold. And then towards the end, I was like craving the sun. I'd be going down like sunbathing in my gaps. My bones were like craving the sun, you know? Like my bones need the sun. Say bones one more time. I'm envisioning for this summer, I'm envisioning. Say, that's not even a word. I'm visualizing. Soaking up the sun, she's getting a tan, she's feeling zen. I'm visualizing, maybe not swimming in the sea, because I love the idea. However, the salt and sand combo really makes me feel icky, and I don't feel like the rejuvenated that I'm going for. So maybe like if there's a lake nearby or pools. In a pool, I'm like soaking it up, I'm like lapping up, living the life. I'm doing loads of reading, but like lots of like yoga, stretching in the sun. She's really just, you know, you feel my vibe. Like she is living, she's journaling. Yeah, did I paint a picture for you? That's what I'm going for. One of my goals this year is to read more, because I love reading. I've always been a bookworm, always been a reading gal, nose in a book, love it. However, the past couple of years, especially being at Performing Arts College, it's so hectic, always so much stuff going on, and then like just life's been really busy. Which I'm so grateful for, because I've been here, there and everywhere, and I've got to experience so much, but it just means that reading hasn't been as much as a priority and like in the forefront. But this year I'd like to try and start making a change toward that, because I do have time to read. I should have time to read, and I want to make the most of that. So 2 books I've managed to read so far this year, which I'm really proud of myself for. Sticking to those goals. The first one was Sunburn. This isn't, I think I haven't researched this, I was gonna look it up. I want to say she's an Irish writer because it's set in Ireland and the whole plot is like from the point of view of an Irish teenager turning into an adult. The surname isn't really screaming Irish to me, but she could be Irish.
Well, she is Irish. She's from West Cork, so put some respect on her name. Okay.
Chloe Michelle Howarth. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Really beautiful writing. It wasn't just basic. However, it wasn't difficult to get into. I find that there's some books that are like classics that I go to read and I struggle to get into them because you're kind of like forcing yourself to read it. It's really hard to get into. There's not much of a flow, and I'm like, well, surely there's something that I'm missing because these are classics and everyone loves them. But this book had the vibes, the language that was being used, and the imagery that was being used was such a high standard, and it was like I really enjoyed it. However, I found it very easy to follow along with. It flowed so beautifully. It was so very accessible. The imagery came to me so easily, and the story was brilliant. So I really enjoyed this book. It's Sunburn. And then the next book that I read, I got this, it's called Instructions for a Heatwave by Maggie O'Farrell. Once again, I think she's Irish.
She's a Northern Irish queen, so get it, I guess.
Really enjoyed this. Was unsure of what I was going to think of it. Was really good. I kind of flew through it. I mean, it was when we had no electricity, so I was kind of reading a lot. But yeah, really enjoyed it. So basically, this doesn't spoil anything because it's in the blurb at the back. But quick overview, the dad goes to the shop for a newspaper, doesn't come back. What's happened to him? That's what they're trying to figure out for the whole book. It's about a family and you get to know them individually and then you get to know them as a family, and it's really, I really loved it. So there's a heat wave going on in London at that time. There's like water bans and all this kind of stuff. So it's really warm. And that's kind of not relevant to the story, but it's underlying the whole time. And yeah, really enjoyed that one. So those are the 2 books that I read. So that was one of my goals for this year, to read more.
Hey!
it's me, looking a little bit different. It's a couple days later, but since I was recommending some books, I thought why not just sprinkle in a few other recommendations in different areas. So when it comes to podcasts, my recommendations, my OGs are I'm Grand Mam, Kevin and PJ, comes out every Monday, Chef's Kiss, been listening since like 2023, love. And then Broski Report by Brittany Broski, once again, never misses, bam bam boom, love. Those are my podcast recs. People that I'm watching on like TikTok, YouTube, who I'm loving at the moment. Meg Hughes, I primarily watch her on YouTube, love her videos, but she also does like shorter versions of her videos on TikTok. Louise May, she was just on TikTok, but she actually recently just posted her first YouTube video, and it's like an hour long, and it's just perfect. It's like just a longer version of her TikTok. Hii O'Farrell, epitome of cool girl, love her vibe. She's just on TikTok as far as I know. There's another TikToker as well that I've been loving recently. I think her name's Anna. Right down below what her profile is. I think it's like Anna Banana Fafana, something like this.
Anna Banana Fifi What's It, actually. Get it right.
Just vibes. She has this like blonde bob. She dresses immaculately. In general, the videos I like watching are like vlogs or like outfit vids or like opinions on certain things or like recommendations, you know, that kind of way. So if that's your vibe, check these girlies out. Like, I'm gonna have all these people rushing over to their accounts. I'll put all their names below. That's just the people I've been loving watching at the moment. Thought I'd throw that in. Anyway, enjoy. Bye.
Also, something that I recently came across, I've not actually literally downloaded it last night, but a TikTok I came across was my top 10 articles I think you should read on Substack. And I was like, okay, top 10 articles. I was scrolling through like the screenshots they took, and I was like, oh my god, I really like the look of some of these articles. I want to read them. Where can I read them? And then I realized Substack is an app. It's a free app. You can subscribe to these people and you can read articles. And I was like, oh my god. So I downloaded it last night. Haven't read any of them yet. I've saved the ones that were on that TikTok that I want to read. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on how I think of that. I mentioned earlier, yoga. Right, so I'm a dancer. I know what stretches to do to make myself flexible. However, what I'm more interested in this year is like the strengthening aspect of yoga, like the yoga flows where they do all those poses. I want to get into that because that looks like fun and it looks like it feels really good. It looks like it feels like you're like moving through all the extremities of your body, which I really like. Yeah, I just want to create things. Like I want to, you know, I'm glad we're on the same page with this. Oh yeah, I'm 23 now. Because my birthday was in December. Yeah, that's actually something that happened. But see, the thing is, I have nothing against aging. I love aging. I fully intend to age gracefully and to welcome all aspects of aging with open arms. However, it just feels weird, you know? I'm like 23. That seems like a number for someone who's older than me, not the same age, you know? But anyway, I'm 23 now. Have a great week. I'm not sure when I'll get around to editing this. I hope it's soon. Thank you for watching. Me and Simon, hope you have a great week and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.